Hi traders, and welcome to my video on the free price action EA which I have developed for the MT4 trading platform. Please help yourself to download it by using the link in the description below and by visiting my website. Please also like and subscribe. That would help my channel greatly. In this video I'm just going to run through the price action EA and how it works and the different ways you can implement it within your trading strategy. Okay, so here we have the MT4 trading platform. This is a strategy tester window where you can test expert advisors such as the price action EA. You can choose your symbol. I've chosen the euro dollar symbol here. You can use any trading instrument, Forex, cryptos, commodities, stocks, indices, bonds, etc. You can also use any time period here. I've chose the 1 hour time frame. You can use any time frame you want. I'm choosing the 1 hour just because I find 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily tend to be more reliable. That's with any EA or trading strategy simply because they contain more price data and therefore the signals tend to be more reliable. So the model we can use for testing, we can use open prices only because the EA is based on open prices. But once you do find some good settings, you might want to switch to every tick for testing purposes because every tick includes intra-bar prices, which can be important for stop loss, take profit, trailing stop, etc. For the dates, we'll use the previous month. Okay, so I'll just run through the expert properties now with you. Okay, so you can set the EA to give you pop-up alerts. Basically, this is pop-up on your MT4 platform with a sound notification if you have them enabled. It's just let you know if there's been a signal, and then you can, find the chart where the signal, well, you don't need to find the chart. The pop-up will tell you if, say you've got two charts running, a GU pound dollar chart and an EU euro dollar chart. You get a pop-up saying there's been a buy signal on the pound dollar chart, and you can just go to the chart and then decide what to do from there. Okay, so pop-up alerts can be handy if you're running multiple charts. I don't know if you've got 10, 20, 50, however many charts you want to open, different trading instruments, different time frames. Pop-up alerts can be a good way to track multiple charts at the same time without needing to do so manually. So email alerts and SM alerts will basically send you the signals but via email and SMS. Okay, which can be good if you're away from your platform. Perhaps you're out and about and you just want to be notified when a certain event occurs, and you can just fire up your trading platform and operate from there. Use trading, basically the EA will actually place the trades for you. Okay, so if you set that to true, it means that the EA will do all the trading for you when there is a signal. Okay, days filter is self-explanatory. You can set the days of the week that you want the EA to run. Hours filter the same. You can set the start hour and the end hour. Magic number, this is basically the order ID, okay, which can be useful if you're running multiple EAs on the same account and you just want to differentiate them from each other. So here we have the broker settings, maximum spread and maximum slippage. Basically means that the EA will not send you trading signals and will not place trades if the spread or slippage is greater than this value, which is in pips. Okay, money management, open orders limit, set to 1 by default. This means that the EA can have one open buy and or one open sell trade at any time. Don't want to end up in a situation when you've got duplicate trades open all over the place. Things can get messy quite quickly. Lots, that's the position size or lot size you'd like to take for each trade. The EA uses lots if use risk is set to false. Okay, if you set use risk to true, then the EA will calculate the lot size depending on the risk percent you set here in this field. So if you had user risk set to true and risk percent set to 2, that would mean that the EA would calculate the lot size so that a maximum loss would be 2% of the account balance. Okay, you have stop loss and take profit, which are self-explanatory. Close an opposite signal. This basically means if there are one of the signals in the opposite direction, the EA will close any open trades. Break even and trailing stop. So break even, basically when the if a profitable trade reaches this price point in pips, the stop loss will be moved to break even. Trailing stop basically means the stop loss will trail the current price by this number of pips. You can use both trailing stop and break even together if you wish. Close percent is every time the trailing stop distance is reached, you can close a percentage of the trade. For example, you might want to close 25% every 50 pips. Minimum lot close is it will stop closing part of the trade if this minimum lot value is reached. So let's just say you've got your lot set to 1, minimum lot close set to 0.5 and a close percent at 25%. You'd need to be using one of these break even or trailing stops. Let's just say you're using a trailing stop and a break even. Okay, and then the EA would close 25% every time the 50 pips is reached until there's 0.5 lots left. Then it will just not interfere. Okay. Then this is a nitty gritty of the EA, is basically the candlestick patterns that it implements within. So we have the engulfing bar. Okay, you can set to true or false. We have the harami bar. You can set true or false. We have the hangman or an inverted hammer, shooting star or a hammer, spinning top, three inside up down, evening and morning star, falling and rising three crows or 3 soldiers, and the 3 outside up pattern. Okay, there are more candlestick patterns, but these are perhaps the most prominent. I do have videos on all of these you can check out, which go into detail of how each of them, how to read each of these candlestick patterns, different ways you can implement them within your strategy. Okay, so perhaps if you're somebody who likes an engulfing bar and you just want to be notified every time there's an engulfing bar, you can set this to true, set the EA to send you alerts, and it will alert you when it finds an engulfing bar. Same with any of the other patterns. Okay, and it can, as I said, if you set use trade to true, it will also trade on your behalf. Okay, I think it's worth mentioning that, you know, I wouldn't just take these candlestick patterns willy-nilly. I wouldn't just be trading them every time there's an engulfing bar. I wouldn't be buying and selling. Okay, instead I'd look first for the trend. So let's just take this chart. As you can see, I was experimenting with the price action EA there, and there's trades all over the place. It's what situation you don't want. So what I would do is I just first look for the trend direction, you know, market making lower highs there. I have this this level of support here. Okay, so actually a wedge pattern there. Triple top formation basically means this resistance has been tested at least 3 times. Okay, then we have a breakout to the downside. You also have an M pattern formation there as well, an immediate an M pattern there as well, and a breakout there. That support becomes resistance. Lots of bearish candlestick patterns as well. Okay, so in this instance, I'm pointing this out because it basically means there's a downtrend, and to be honest, you don't actually need any EA to trade this, especially after this nice pullback here. There was ample opportunities, either that breakout, this breakout, perhaps even more so because we breached this level of support that then became resistance. By now, lots of traders had, you know, anticipated this. And you can see from that big breakout candle to the downside, a lot of people jumped in and got in on this trend early. And had we have done that, you know, almost 400 pips of profit potential, would have been a great trade. We didn't need any magic EA or unicorn indicators for that. That's just pure price action trading, support, resistance, trend lines, and candlestick patterns. I do have lots of videos on trading strategies implementing these principles, which I believe are the best because they tell you what price is doing at any given time rather than relying on repainting or perhaps lagging indicators that traders may be using. Okay, so what I would have done on this breakout trade, I'm going off on a tangent here, but it'd be rude for me not to now that we're here. So I would have put my stop loss here, which 15 pip stop loss would have been really good on a 1 hour chart. And what I'm not going to do is say, okay, my stop loss is 15 pips, so I exit a trade every 50 pips. At 50 pips, I'm done. You don't do that. And why is that? Because here you exit and you leave all of that profit potential on the table. Unless, of course, you re-enter, but every time you re-enter, you risk being wrong. We want to get this one good trade and maximize it as much as possible. And that's because if we say we had a 15 pip stop loss and we're wrong once, we're wrong twice, wrong 3 times, wrong 4 times, 4 times we're down 60 pips, we're crying, 60 pips down. But we stick to our strategy, we have discipline, patience, good money management, then we eventually catch 360 pips. So minus the 60 pips, we lost trying to catch the trend, we're up 300 pips after broker fees. Happy days. Okay, that just shows the importance of trend trading and good money management. Okay, so how can this EA help with that? Well, you could set it, perhaps. We know we're in a downtrend after this breakout. Okay, if you didn't get in on the breakout, you can set the EA to give you an alert when there's specific candlestick patterns to tell you, you might want to have an opportunity to enter into this trend now. For example, there's a nice engulfing bar there. You could have perhaps been alerted to that, seen that the engulfing bar had breached through this support level here. That could have been a potential entry. Okay, so there's various different ways. You've got this inverted hammer there. Could have had that alert, hopped on in, joined your support and ended on the breakout there. That's actually a NFP non-farmers payroll first Friday of the month candle, but it's a good way to jump in with the momentum there and get in to this trend. Just going back to this breakout entry here, if you did miss it, there are pullbacks and breakouts throughout. I mean, this is just basic price action trading. I mean, support, 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 support breach becomes resistance. Good way to get in on this trend. Okay, same there, pullback, M pattern, breakout, get in on the trend. Okay, same again, pullback, breakout, ample opportunity all the way down. Lots of traders are jumping in. Some are going to be late to the party. There's a big pullback there, but a nice breakout. You can see these 3 black crows candlestick patterns. That's basically 3 big bearish candles there. There's ample opportunity to hop in on this trend down. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to sell at the low. Don't sell low, don't buy high. But by now, once we see the consolidation and on this pullback, the higher lows, more bullish, price didn't actually come back to the support, we start to move away. We won't be looking to sell anyway. Ideally, we want to get in around here. Again, the EA can notify you of patterns, which could help you time your entry into trends like this. Yeah, and for stop loss, really, like had we taken this breakout trade, what I would have done is my initial stop loss would have been here. And then as price was falling, I just move it above the highs like here and here and here. And above the high here, 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 here. Above this high. So basically we milk the move as much as possible. If we don't exit manually here, we get taken out probably on this high here. And we've still captured, the majority of that move. Let's just have a look. That breakout to taken out around here, still 330 odd pips. So, still we had that would have been a great trade. And there's other opportunities to enter on the way down as well. Okay, the EA can do stop loss and take profits for you, but I just find too rigid fixed stop loss and take profit. As I said, if I'm placing my stop loss, like say this breakout, it'll be above this high, this breakout above this high, this breakout above this high, or this high. It's not always going to be fixed 20 pips or 25 pips or 15 pips or 30 pips. It can be different. Okay, EAs are limited to fixed. Well, this EA is limited to a fixed stop loss and a fixed take profit. Like I'm not going to have a fixed 100 pip take profit, for example. Let's say here, if we had that and we exited for 100 pips there, great, it's 100 pips, but we've left all 200 plus on the table unless we risk re-entering again. So for that, I just wouldn't use a take profit. I just move my stop loss, use a trailing stop, and I'll try and maximize moves as much as possible that way. Okay, I do have another EA, it's worth mentioning, that actually combines all of these candlestick patterns that this one has built in with other indicators as well. So the MACD, moving average, RSI, CCI, stochastics, ADX, Bollinger Bands, envelopes, etc. So all in one, and you can set them to true or false as well. So for example, if you wanted to try and catch trends like this, you could have set the EA to only sell below the moving average, 200 moving average, or buy above it, and then it would only look for sell trades in trends like this one, or for buy trades in trends like this one. Okay, which can help eradicate unnecessary losses straight away. What else? What else? You can optimize as well. Optimization in the MT4 strategy tester is basically when you just choose some settings and you say, okay, I want to test it if it's 25 pips up to 50 pips in 25 pip increments. Take profit. I want you to test take profit starting at 100, going up in 100 steps to we'll start at 0, going up in 100 to 300. So that would test to take profit of 0, 100, 200, and 300. You can test everything. So we'll test the break even from 20 to 100 pips, trading gap from 20 to 100 pips, close percent, minimum lot close. We'll optimize all of those settings. And in fact, let's just test true or false our candlestick patterns, which one should be true, which should be false. And you click optimization of this as well. Under the testing of the EA properties, you can choose genetic algorithm, which basically means it will do the best, what it deems to probably be the best combination of settings. If you uncheck it, it do every single combination, which could take a long time to test. Okay, so we just run that test now. And what results did we get? So basically you can see all different combinations that the EA would have done and choose which, if we want to try a particular one out just to see, you can see the different results that you given from each one. See if you can find any results that you find are favorable. You can sort by the different profit factor, for example, number of trades, drawdown, profit, whatever you prefer. And if you just choose one of them, it will load the settings for you in the expert properties, okay, which were the ones from the test. And you can just run it. Okay, and yeah, not fantastic, but as I said, this EA is really just about giving you signals when there's a price action pattern. And again, optimization is you can end up curve fitting or over optimizing a EA, which basically means you find the best settings for a particular data set. Like we just found okay settings for the past month, but they might not be good for the past 10 years, or they definitely won't be good for the next 10 years. Probably not. So you can risk over optimization if you're not careful. So just be aware of that. I think the best way I would personally use this EA is just if there's a certain candlestick pattern I like, shooting star, hammer, whatever it may be, just say it and it can alert you when there is one. Okay. Personally, I don't time entries based on candlestick patterns. I'm just more of a support, resistance, trend line kind of trader. But if I do see candlestick patterns there and they're obvious, they can just give that extra confirmation, or perhaps make me prepare, if anything, for a move. Like I see this, for example, if you see this hammer, inverted hammer here, or this hanging man candlestick pattern, I might know, oh, okay, we're seeing some bearish activity here. Okay, we might have a well, we can see the market's making its lower highs. We're still in this overall downtrend. We've got a wedge pattern there. It's level of support. All the signals are there. It's just extra confirmation that we can take this breakout there. Okay. Same here. You've got 3 inside down candlestick pattern there. Price has reached this resistance up here. Okay, still making lower highs. I know I've just completely cluttered the chart, but the point is there. Resistance, lower highs. We're in a downtrend. Price bouncing off resistance. We've got this support. We've got 3 inside down, 3 inside down, bearish candlestick patterns. I'm confident that this will be a breakout to the downside. As you can see, it was. So it just gives that additional confirmation for you. Okay. As I said, you can use the link in the description to help yourself to this EA, and also plenty of other free EAs I've got you can use for semi-automated trading or automated trading. Just make sure you use them on demo accounts. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. Appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe for more. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.